Well, tonight we are following new developments in the case of the Tufts University student who was suddenly detained by ICE agents near her home in Somerville. Thanks for joining us. I'm Priscilla Casper.
And I'm Colton Bradford. Tonight, we now know why she was transferred to a Louisiana detention center despite a court order to keep her right here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, a court filing by the U.S. Attorney's Office says she had already been moved out of the state by the time the order was issued. We do want to give you a live look right now from Somerville. Our NBC 10's Oscar Margain joining us live there. Oscar, this new development is only igniting more anger amongst her supporters. What are they telling you tonight?
Priscilla, it's one more grievance against the Trump administration. You're seeing the supporters of this student gathered here, trickling in front of Somerville City Hall. Now, we're also hearing from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He's weighing in on the case, explaining why he canceled the student's visa.
I think it's atrocious. I think it's awful.
The Tufts community still reeling from the shock to the student body.
I'm sure everybody's fearful, especially international students.
After Turkish PhD student Rumeysa Öztürk was stopped and quickly arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents Tuesday.
It was just absurd to me how, how can they do that?
The images drawing condemnation from Mayor Wu, a known foe to the Trump administration.
It is alarming that there is the potential that constitutional rights have been violated.
More details came to light Thursday about why ICE moved Öztürk to Louisiana within hours of her arrest, despite a judge's order to notify the court 48 hours in advance. The U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts said in a court filing that Öztürk was already outside of the state at the time the order was issued. The Fulbright scholar at Tufts had her student visa canceled, with the Department of Homeland Security claiming she engaged in activities that supported Hamas, a terror group. But hundreds of her supporters say no evidence has been provided and believe that she was targeted for writing a pro-Palestinian op-ed in the student paper.
It's not just because you want to write op-eds, but because you want to participate in movements that are involved in doing things like vandalizing universities, harassing students, taking over buildings, creating a ruckus. We're not going to give you a visa.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio weighing in on the case, sending a message to all foreign visitors.
And once you've lost your visa, you're no longer legally in the United States, and we have a right, like every country in the world has a right, to remove you from our country.
And this is, again, another live look at rally goers here calling for the release of the student. Now, Öztürk's attorney says that she's working diligently to try to get her client released before she's removed from the country. And if there's anything that we've learned from the government here recently in these type of cases, is that they're going to move swiftly. Reporting live in Somerville, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.